I'm going to tell you some events from history. You need to write down the year you think they happened. And whoever gets it closest wins a point.
Cool.
What year did this happen, please? The English Civil War ends. I mean, listen, history people I know would
History
be amazing.
people will be all over this.
Yeah. Scarlett, what have you said?
1841.
1841. Ian, have you gone earlier or later?
Pretty much the same. 1853.
Angelica, you going earlier or later?
But I think I've gone too far.
1453, says Angelica.
I've gone too far.
What do you think?
I'm saying something like
1662. When did the English Civil War end and who was
I
the
think
point?
you're closer, but I was too chicken. Yeah.
1651, Giles, very well played.
Good.
1651, very close, 11 years out. Here is your next one. What year did this happen, please? The Metropolitan Railway, the world's first underground railway, is opened in London. We will start with you, Ian. What have you gone for?
I've gone 1853 because I said it last time, so I'll say it again.
That's nice. Keep saying it. 1853 says Ian. Angelica, what do you think? 1892. What are you saying, Giles?
I'm saying 1881.
1881.
Because I like the fact that you can do it any which way.
Listen, the one thing we're all agreed about is it's the world's oldest underground railway, and it's sometime in the 19th century.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Scarlett, what are you saying?
Do I have to turn it round? I'm actually crying. I feel embarrassed. Right, but can I just explain why I thought that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because...
Well, we don't know what you've put yet.
Because people, still had horses and carriages not that long ago.
Yes.
So then, to me, the underground's wonderful, and it's very complex.
Yes.
So I've put 1950.
1950. Well, listen, who knows, you might be right. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Let's find out. When was the world's first underground railway opened in London? Who's won the point?
Well done.
Ian takes the point.
Well done.
Just literally put down the same answer I put down for the first one.
That's nicely done. Who would have thought that was a tactic?
Yeah.
Very well done if you were close to that home. Yeah, they used to have steam trains underground and stuff, didn't they? Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to go back and have a look. In 1950, though, that's might as well be 1860.
Well, I think that's when we got them in Newcastle, because we've got an overground, we've got the metro, which is like the underground.
And that probably was 1950.
And I think I've got a bit confused.
So actually, a point, please, Richard. Thank you very much.
Let's have a look at your final question in this round. What year did this happen, please? Computer programmer Ray Tomlinson sent the first email.
I don't like this. I don't like what I've done here.
Angelica, we'll start with you. What are you thinking?
I put in 1981.
Is that sort of... You would think, I bet it's much earlier than you think.
Yeah.
Giles, what are you saying?
I'm saying 1980. We're pretty close.
Interesting. Scarlett, are you OK?
Yes.
Are you crying again?
I've said 1971, because how can we have gone to the moon and then not a couple of years later whacked an email out?
Well, think of this. We went to the moon before we put wheels on suitcases.
That is... Oh, my goodness, that's a good point.
Yeah.
We were lugging about really heavy suitcases.
Well, it was the moon that made us realise that trundling those heavy cases.
Yeah.
Michael Collins couldn't afford to get out.
Yeah, he couldn't.
No, he was stuck in it trying to get his case through the door.
40 quid on excess baggage you had to
luggage
pay.
only, Michael Collins. Yeah. Ian, what are you saying?
I thought late 70s, but then I panicked and I went 81.
Oh, we're very, very close, everyone, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's interesting. In what year was the first email sent and who scored the point?
Oh!
Yes, I got it bang on! Yes! That is...
Wow.
Do I get 2 points?
You do get 2 points. I'm giving you an extra point for that for being bang on.
Bang on.
Very well done. That was amazing.
That was.
The first public use of the telegraph system known as Morse code. When did that happen? The first public use of the telegraph system known as Morse code. What do you think at home? Anyone actually know this one? I wouldn't even know where to begin on this one. Scarlett.
I've put 1852.
1852, OK. Rick, you've done all sorts of sciencey, engineering-y type stuff. Did you have any?
Yeah, absolutely nothing, actually. So I've just gone 1802, and there's a little message up here as well.
So you've done it in Morse code?
Yeah, well, this just says, I hate David, actually.
So 1852, 1802, Naga, were you working off anything?
I think I'm too late. I actually went later. I scrubbed out my original answer and went later.
1895.
Because I was looking at public use.
And David, what are you thinking?
I went 1831, which is early, but I know they were putting those transatlantic cables out quite early, you know?
It's interesting, we're all in the same century, though.
Yeah.
We're in the 1800s. What do you think at home? You're in the 1800s, later, earlier? Let's find out. When was the first public use of the telegraph system known as the Morse code, and who's won a point? 1844. That is a point for Scarlett.
Yeah.
Well done, Scarlett. I wonder if you could write me down a year for this question, please. King Henry I dies.
God.
I mean, that feels like something we've been taught at some point.
Yeah.
Not in Ireland.
Rick, we'll start with you. In what year did King Henry I die?
I've gone 1202.
1202, says Rick. Naga, what are you saying?
Same century, just a bit later, 1280.
1280. 1280 says Naga. David, where are you?
I've gone 1224.
It's great how you're all going in the same century for everything.
I mean, I went...
Hello.
Maybe
Scarlett,
I'm thinking of one of Henry's, grandsons or something.
OK.
Because I've went 1487.
1487.
Yeah.
OK, so we got 3 in the 13th century there, 1 in the 15th century. What do you think at home? Let's find out. When did Henry I die and who's won the point? 1135. Rick, you're the closest. Well done, Rick.
Well, hard to celebrate being out by 70 years, but yeah.
Now, final one in this round. The planet Uranus, the first to be found using a telescope, is discovered. When did that happen?
Oh.
I know, right? Have a little guess at home. See if you can get close. OK, so when was the planet Uranus discovered? Naga, we'll start with you. What have you put?
So my thinking was when I learnt the planets, I knew Uranus was the last one in the solar system as we knew it then. And
Okay.
I've gone really late.
1924 says Naga. David, where have you gone?
Well, the first telescopes were around Copernicus and around Galileo's time. So I was thinking, they could see Jupiter, possibly Saturn, but then maybe the first with a telescope. So I went 1707.
1707.
200 years away from Naga.
200-year difference. Scarlett, where have you gone?
I went 1940.
1940.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we've got 2 20th centuries and the 18th century. Rick.
I had a name that was ringing around in my head, which is William Herschel, who I think is maybe the guy who discovered it with a telescope. And
Okay.
I think he was 18th century. And the thing that popped immediately into my head was 1730, and then for no particular reason I wrote 1750.
OK, so 1750.
Just sort of thought, I'll round it up a bit.
Kind of a genius. Yeah.
1707, 1750, then we've got 1924 and 1940. What do you think at home? When was it discovered? Who was won the point? 1781. Rick gets another point.
Wow.
And it was discovered by William Herschel.
Oh, lovely.
Marco Polo arrives back in Venice after spending 17 years in China.
I think I might be out by a century or two.
Val, if you're out by a century or two, I suspect you might still be closest. Everybody is in. We will start with you, Rose. When did Marco Polo arrive back in Venice, please?
1992. Good guess.
I mean...
Good guess.
Isn't it? When were you born?
1992.
Oh, OK. So you reckon he arrived back in Venice roughly when you were born?
I think that was kind of in the newspapers at the time that I was being born.
Okay.
I had no idea, and so I was just not even going to hazard a guess and held out.
Rav, I wonder if you've gone after 1992 or before.
I've gone a little bit before,
Yeah.
and I have to admit I did not know who this was. So I have... What have I said? 460 AD.
So you've gone 1,500 years earlier.
A little bit before Rose.
Than Rose.
No idea.
You know when I said, Val, that if you were within a couple of centuries, you'd probably win. I hope now you've heeded those words. Valerie, what have you gone for? You did this story
Well,
on
I've got 1437, and that is AD.
1437, that sounds not unreasonable. Gary, what are you saying?
Oh.
1500, says
Or
Gary.
3 o'clock in the afternoon if I'm wildly out.
There you go, yeah. It was definitely after lunch. Yeah. What have you got at home? Where are you on this one? Let's take a look, shall we? When did Marco Polo arrive back in Venice, and who has got a point?
Ooh,
1295. Val, you got yourself a point.
Valerie.
Wow.
1295.
Much earlier than I thought. Gosh.
Now, next one. When did this happen, please? The first modern-style UK passport, including a photograph and signature, is issued. When would that have been? Tricky one, this. What do you think at home? Everyone is locked in. Have you got an answer at home here? Listen, it's post when photography was invented. That's about as good a clue as I've got.
Oh, no.
Rav, what have you gone for?
Well, I've gone for 1946.
OK.
Because I suspect all those thousands of soldiers that fought in the war wouldn't have used a modern UK passport for that. I don't think they did.
Valerie, you gone earlier than
I'm
that?
very close, actually, to Rav. I put 1947.
1947.
Because, again, I thought after the war.
OK, maybe,
when things were calming down and people were beginning to travel.
Gary, what are you thinking?
I've kept the war theme, but I've gone older. 1914.
1914. I think Gary said just over 100 years. Right. But, Rose, what have you said?
I did 1950, so I'm just a little bit after you guys.
Close.
But more so just because of I'm judging it on old movies. I'm trying to think of, like, if they had passports with photos in them or not. I'm trying to think of, like, old spy.
They had passport to Pimlico.
Passport to Pimlico, exactly. We got 50, 46, 47, and Gary's gone 1914. What do you think at home? When was the first modern-style UK passport, including a photograph and signature, issued? 1950.
Oh, wow. Amazing answer.
Very early.
If you'd been bang on, I would have given you 2 points, but it's very hard to get bang on. But very close. Well played, Gary.
That's great. Thank
you.
1915, the answer there. Very well done if you were close to that. Here is your final question in this round. What year did this happen, please? Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island is first published in book form. When was Treasure Island first published? What do you think at home on this one, Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island? So everyone is in. Have you got an answer at home? When was Treasure Island first published? Val, we will start with you.
Well, I think I'm probably way out. I've said 1789.
I think I'd have gone somewhere around then, I think. Gary, what are you saying?
Much more recent. 1885.
1885, says Gary. So we've got 18th century, we've got 19th century. Rose, what are you saying?
I mean, 1910, too late, though.
1910, 20th century. So we're 3 different centuries here so far. Rav, have you gone 21st century?
1894, and a picture of a treasure island.
Oh, perfect. Well, if you're bang on, I'll give you 2 points for the picture.
Pretty.
Where have you gone at home? What century are you in at home? We've got difference of opinions here. When was it first published in book form, and who has scored the point? 1883.
Wow, look at that.
That is Gary. Like 2 years off.
Fantastic.
Well done, Gary.
Wow. Very, very impressive from Gary Delaney. The boy king, Edward V, and his brother, Richard, Duke of York, are imprisoned in the Tower of London. Vic, we start with you. What year are you saying?
No idea. 1533.
1533. So often in this round, I think that sounds like a good year from history.
It sounds like something happened then.
Something happened in 1533. I'm almost sure of it. Gethin.
For the same reason, I went with 1560.
Oh,
1560. Oh, there we go. These all sound.
We could be miles away, but because we're together,
I feel good about that, yeah.
Yeah, that is nice. There's safety in numbers.
What's that all about?
I don't know.
Nikki, where have you gone?
I've gone a bit earlier.
1470, says Nikki. You're roughly around the same era. Tim, what do you think?
2000. No, I've gone 1782.
1782, gone a lot later, Tim.
Yes.
Shall we find out?
Yeah.
OK, what did you say at home? When was it? And who has won themselves a point? 1483. Ooh. Nikki, well played. Very nicely done. Very close. Write me down the date that this happened, please. Edward Jenner administers the first smallpox vaccination. Would you like a clue?
Sure.
It was shortly before the second smallpox vaccination.
I thought you were going to be helpful then. I was just about to rewrite.
Lovely. Let's find out what everyone's saying. Gethin, what are you saying to this one?
I don't know. Somewhere in between the world wars, maybe. I don't know. 1925.
1925, says Gethin. Nikki, what are you going to say?
I've gone slightly earlier, 1918.
1918.
Same thoughts.
But again, this is good. It's a nice grouping. Tim, have you gone rogue again?
Well, originally I wrote Turkey, then I crossed that out, and then I went 1910.
Wow.
1910. OK, we're all kind of similar. Vicky, you similar?
Thinking the same way, 1921.
This is going to be close between everyone. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's see in which year he administered the first smallpox vaccination.
What?
Whoa.
Oh, don't we all look smart? 1796.
So,
Yeah, I think if
clearly
you'd have
won that.
done more.
Someone knows what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah, you did. Tim, you have one. That is what we call on this show a lucky point. OK, final question in this round. In which year did this happen? Custer makes his last stand at the Battle of the Little Bighorn.
I don't know.
What do you reckon at home? Nikki, what are you saying?
Guesstimate, 1788.
1788. Round about I think that's roughly, it's about 8 years before the first smallpox vaccination.
It was all going on around that time.
Yeah, a lot going on.
Very busy.
Tim, what are you saying?
I put 1802.
1802, OK, not that much difference, 14 years difference. Vic, what are you saying?
Oh, 1214.
I tell you what, if that's 24-hour clock, it's a very good answer.
12, At what time did he make his last stand?
It's just before lunch. Vic, you're saying 12:14.
Yeah.
Gethin, what are you saying?
I feel like this show has made me lose the ability to write numbers, so I've just put markings.
11:11.
You're counting the number of days you've been here so far.
No, I think he's showing you his points across the week. I suspect that you two might be closer.
Both the Americans.
Knowing the history of America. So, when did Custer make his last stand at the Battle of the Little Bighorn? It was 1876.
Well done.
Tim, once again, to get a point.
We were close.
Just 760 years out there, Gethin. Westminster Abbey hosts its first coronation. What do you think at home for this one? Westminster Abbey, when would it have been? Holly, what's your thinking and what have you gone for?
1245.
1245. Any reasoning? Just feels like...
I actually did my degree in this, but I can't remember, so I'm just having a guess.
What did you do your degree in?
Well, I did it in medieval art.
Oh, really? And that was knocking around at the time?
Yeah, well, yeah, I reckon...
Westminster Abbey and all that. 12...
I don't think it's right, but I can't remember.
Gotcha, but you think you might be in the ballpark?
Yeah.
Nish, where have you gone?
1427.
14...
Absolutely no science behind
27.
it.
Sarah, what are you thinking?
I've gone earlier.
1304.
Yeah.
And Hugh?
For 1150.
We've got...
I've got a bad feeling Hugh might be...
We've got a 12th century, 13th century, 14th century and 15th century here. Where are you at home on this one? Let's take a look. When was it and who wins the point? Even earlier, 1066. William the Conqueror. William the Conqueror, so Hugh gets the point there. Let's take a look at your next one. Mrs. Beeton, author of the Book of Household Management, is born. How's Mrs. Beeton born? What do you reckon at home on this one, Mrs. Beeton? Nish, any confident on this?
I'm going to say 1880. It feels like a sort of, 1920s thing.
Gotcha. Yeah. You've heard of the book?
Vaguely.
OK, yeah. It's one of those things you've heard about.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sarah, what are you thinking?
I've gone very close to that, actually, 1875.
1875, and you're thinking the same thing?
Yeah.
Kind of early 20th century. Hugh, what are you saying?
I'm going for 1860.
Wow.
1860, yeah, we're all very close. Holly, what do you think?
39.
1839. 1839. All very close, all in the 19th century. Must be, right? You'd have thought. It feels like it's a Victorian, but I don't know.
I'm suddenly now thinking, was it 1950s?
No.
No, it wasn't.
No, OK.
No, it really wasn't.
Let's find out. What
You
have you
would have
gone
remembered
with?
when it came out.
What have you gone with at home? What have you gone with at home? And what is the answer? Who has scored a point here? Mrs. Beeton was born... 1896. Holly, well done.
Well done.
Very nicely done.
Well done.
Yeah, very good.
She'd be flattered as well. I got her younger.
Yeah, 1861. That was published. 22 years old.
Good Lord.
Let's take a look at your next one. Martin Luther is excommunicated by Pope Leo X. Again, it's one of those annoying things where it's something you've heard of, but when did it happen is the question. Sarah Green, we'll start with you. What are you thinking here?
I've gone for 1536.
It sounds like a convincing year.
Does it?
So it sounds like a year from history, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Hugh.
I went for 1641, which I'm fairly confident is wrong.
That sounds like a year from history as well, though. So far, these are exemplary. Holly.
1505.
1505, says Holly. And Nish.
I got 1457.
1457. So we've got 14s, 15s and 16s there. What do you think at home? When did this happen? When was Martin Luther excommunicated? And who has scored a point? 1521. The points go to... Oh, you are kidding me. By 1 year, the point goes to Sarah. Wow. Sarah was 15 years out. Holly was 16 years out.
Oh, good Lord.
One final question in this round. Oh, that was so close. What year did this happen, please? The Russian city of St. Petersburg is founded by Peter the Great. Hugh, we will start with you. What are you thinking?
1692.
Any reason or just...
No.
No. I wouldn't know where to begin with this one.
No reason at all.
No, I gotcha. 1692 says Hugh. Holly, any ideas?
1621.
1621, again? Maybe. Nish?
1621.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
Without looking?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and with no reason either.
It's like Zachariah all over again. If you say 1692, Sarah...
Oh, my God, no, 1702.
Oh, wow.
1702. So everyone's fairly close to it. A couple of you are very close to each other. 1621, 1702, 1692. What do you reckon at home? Let's find out. When was the Russian city of St. Petersburg founded and who has scored a point? 1703.
Wow.
Sarah Green. Wow. 1 year out. Was that a total guess?
Within a I don't know, 50-year period, yes, it was a total guess.
Wow. That's very, very well played. Sarah Green, tap this away, please.